friends, so in today's video we're going to do a what sold / ship with me, and I will be taking you over my sales within a week on eBay and Poshmark. And while thrift trips are super fun, it is also really important to know what's actually selling, so we're going to be getting into all that fun stuff. Let's go. Alright, so let's get into the sales. So the first item is this sweater dress from Title IX, and if you watch my thrift with me videos, you know that I love to find this brand and I find it fairly often. And this was a great piece because it's long sleeves, it's wool blend, and it's also a mock neck, which are really great factors for this time of year in a dress. And this actually sold for $49.99. Next up, I sold a pair of long johns from LL Bean, and these are really great to have in your closet, especially during this time of year because people are looking them up for hunting season, and these sold for $35.09. These are a great pair of leather sneakers from the brand Joseph Siebel, and I ended up selling these fairly quickly for $35.99. Then moving on to Poshmark, where I sold a pair of pool pants, which is a great outdoors brand to look for as well. And these are wide leg, they're also corduroy, and these sold fairly quickly for $34. So after fees, I made $27.20. I think everybody knows this brand. It is a great brand to find. I always get super excited whenever I find it, and it is Smart Wool. And this was 100% merino wool. It's this light base layer, and I ended up selling this for $60. So Halogen is a brand that is sold at Nordstrom, and I don't typically pick it up, but this one had a lot of great factors going for it. It was a size large, it was this textured tweed knit with like the fringe detailing, and this ended up selling for $45, and after fees I made $36. Bowden, I've talked about it before. I love finding Bowden. I love their sweaters, jackets, and dresses. Typically, those do the best for me. And this was a wool blend sweater, and I ended up selling this one for $31. So after fees, I made $22.78. Random side note, I just want to say I'm sorry if I sound low energy or if my voice sounds different. My twins came home with a really bad virus from kindergarten, and they're better now, but now I'm sick, and so I just wanted to make mention of that. Back to the video. So J. Jill for me is a bread and butter brand, and I love to find their larger sizes. This one was a large, it was a wool blend cardigan, and it was also long lined, which are great factors. And I ended up selling this for $30, so I made $24 after fees. So this was actually in my personal closet, and it's this Lily Pulitzer cardigan, and I had only worn it one time, and I was cleaning out my closet the other day, and I figured I should just list this because it wasn't doing me any good just sitting there. And so I listed this, and it sold within a couple days for $30. So after fees, I made $24. I feel like I could have sold it for more, but I was happy to just get my money back so quickly, and I hope that the person who got it loves it. Back onto eBay, I sold these Judy blue jeans. You guys were with me when I found these. These are tattered, distressed, with this leopard print patchwork underneath. And this is just a really great brand for jeans to find. They have over 100% sell-through rate. They always sell so quickly for me. And these sold within a couple days for $31.49. Back on Poshmark, I sold this Anthropologie sweater from the brand Knitted and Knotted, and I have had this in my closet for forever. Sold it for $17, so after fees, I made $13.60. I originally bought this for $2, so I'm happy to make the profit, and I'm also happy to see it go. So this one was actually a surprise to me. I had no idea that vintage flannel nightgowns did so well, and this is from the brand LL Bean. When I looked it up at the store, it had over 100% sell-through rate, and they were going for about $45 to $50. I ended up selling mine for $46, so after fees, I made $36.80. Here we have a J. Crew plaid goose down puffer vest, and I feel like I could have got $35, maybe $40 for this, but this sold within 2 days of being listed, and I sold it for $25. So after fees, I made $20. And again, I prefer fast flips over holding an item for a couple months for more money. I just want to make room in my inventory, and then also I just want to get my investment back as soon as possible and then some. So I am happy with this sale. Title IX again, and this one is a turtleneck rib knit sweater from them. This sold really quickly for $30, so I made $24 after fees. So these are stunning. They are a pair of J. Crew velvet Mary Jane pumps, and I really love the buckle, how it's all jeweled and embellished. It is so pretty. And these ended up selling for $62.99. So I love to sell scrub sets, and this is from the brand Cherokee, and it's the Infinity line, which is their more expensive line. and this was actually free. Well, kind of free, because my husband actually bought it and then he used it and then he couldn't use it anymore, so he gave it to me. And I ended up selling these for $40.49. So I thought this sweater was so cute, and it's from the brand Woolrich, and it has this oversized owl on it and it's winking. It's just really fun. This ended up selling for $22, so after fees I made $15.58. So I've talked about Born before in my other videos, and it is a brand that I like to pick up in the shoes, but I'm also selective with it. And I picked these up because they are knee-high riding boots, and they're leather, and they're just a really classic boot style. And I'm happy I did, because these sold for $55 and I was able to make $44 after fees. So Title IX again, and this one is called the Dream Dress, and I really love the geometric pattern to this one, and this one sold really quick for $40.49. So here we have a pair of Jeffrey Campbell rain boots, and these are also the Chelsea style, so that means that it has kind of the meshing elastic on the sides, and they're also very chunky, and they have the lug sole, which are very popular factors right now. And I was able to sell these for $38, so I made $30.40. Another Anthropologie knitted and knotted sweater, and this was the same kind of situation with the last one, where I've had this in my closet for so long, and so I was really excited to see it go. And this one sold for $18, so I made $12.38. Knitted and knotted for Anthropologie, and other brands in Anthropologie I'm kind of pulling away from just because they don't perform like they used to, but I'm very grateful for this sale still. So again, another item that's just been sitting in my inventory, and it is this Zella Zip Up. Zella is a brand that is sold at Nordstrom. It is their athletic line, and this sold for $12. So I made $9.05 after fees, but again, I'm just happy to see it go. I've talked about ModCloth quite a bit, and I do really like to pick up their pieces. This was a ModCloth blazer, and it was a 2X, which is even better. Plus size and anything does better. And this sold for $35.99. So J. Jill again, and it is extra large, which is awesome. And this one is just an oversized cable knit sweater. And if you watch my videos, you know that I love to find cable knit sweaters. They just perform really well for me. This sold for $31.49. So moving on, I sold this Nike Zip Up Windbreaker jacket, and this one sold for $35.99. So here's another pair of boots from Born, and these are just really great ankle booties, and they're also distressed leather, and these end up selling for $35.99. So I personally love this jacket from JS Collections, and it is a 90s vintage piece, full velvet toggle button-up duster jacket, and it is stunning. And this ended up selling for $85 on Poshmark, so I made $68 after fees. So this is a really great sale, and it is from Polo Ralph Lauren, and it is this button-up bomber aviator jacket, and it has fleece lining, it has the flag, and I knew that this was gonna sell for a lot. I did buy it last year, so I sat on it, but I knew that it just took the perfect buyer, so I am happy that I waited, and it sold for $135. And then we have Lauren Ralph Lauren, and this one is a goose down puffer jacket with the shearling collar, and this one sold for $53.99. So this one was really cute, and it is from Woolrich. It is this vintage Christmas sweater, and I love finding Christmas sweaters, obviously around this time of year. They're just really fun, and this one sold really quickly for $26.99. So Coldwater Creek is not a brand that I pick up, but I did get this one because of the factors. It was a large, it was vintage, and then it also had the flag on it. And so this style is very popular. It looks like Lauren Ralph Lauren kind of style. And when I first saw it, that's what I was hoping it was, but I still got it. And I'm happy I did because it sold within a day for $36. And the buyer even commented, so cute, one of the Ralph Lauren flag sweater vibe without spending $400, which is so true because those are really expensive. So even if you find something that looks similar to a certain style, I would get it and then yeah, see how it goes, because this did really well. So this is an LL Bean piece, and it's from the Signature line, and I've talked about it before, but their Signature line performs really well. And this one was a men's thermal waffle knit shirt, and it sold for $35, so after fees I made $28. So I've only ever found this brand 3 times now, and it is Red Wing, and I'm always super excited whenever I do find it. These are a pair of moccasin loafers from them, and these sold within a couple weeks for $68. I love whenever I find houndstooth blazers, they do really well, and this is from the brand Joseph Ridkoff, and it is actually a vintage piece. And I've actually never found this brand before until this time, and I listed this and it sold within a couple hours for $35.99. X0 is a great brand to find in shoes, and they're definitely known for their barefoot and minimalistic style of shoes, and these sold for $40.49, and I was really excited for the sale because they're sandals, and so I didn't want to sit on them throughout the entire winter, and so I'm just very happy that I sold these going into winter. So next up is a pair of Dansko mules, and they are leather. They have the cutout detailing on the sides, and these sold fairly quickly for $20, so after fees I made $16. Another great sale, and it is from the brand Taylor Stitch, and I had actually never heard of this brand before, but when I was at the store I looked it up just because the label looked so sleek and high-end, and I'm really happy I did because they were performing really well and they had over 100% sell-through rate. This one actually sold for $110 within just 3 days of being listed. Another LL Bean item, this one is a toggle button-up cable knit sweater, and this sold really quick. It sold within a week and a half for $31.49. So I've talked about Garnet Hill before, and it is a brand that I do like to pick up, especially in their high quality materials, which this one was. It was 100% merino wool, and this one is just a long sleeve turtleneck sweater dress, which for this time of year are really great factors, and this sold for $44.99. So another item that I've had in my closet for forever, and so I was just really happy to see it go. It is this Zara sweater. This sold for $11, and so I made $6.03. Woo, making money. Honestly, I'm just really grateful for the sale. I am happy to see that inventory move and make room for more. So Judy Blue again, and like I've said, this brand does really well in jeans. Anytime I find it, it sells really quickly. And these ones sold within a week for $35, so after fees, I made $28. I love these shoes, and I wish they were my size, but they are from the brand Sam Edelman, and this is a brand that I don't always pick up in shoes. They used to be really popular, and they are still really expensive brand new, but they just don't perform reselling as well. So when I do find shoes in this brand, it does have to have multiple factors in order for me to pick it up, which these ones were a great find. And they're a pair of chunky platform loafers, which is a very sought after style right now, so I knew that these were gonna sell very fast, and they did, and they sold for $95 within just a couple weeks of being listed. So after fees, I made $76. Blondo is not a brand that I normally pick up, but I did get these ones because they were $7, and they're just a really great pair of boots. They are 100% leather. They have this moto buckling detailing on them, and I ended up selling these for $53.99. Title IX again, and this time it's a pair of pants from them, and I do kind of like to pick up all the pieces from this brand. They perform really well, and this was a pair of straight leg outdoor hiking pants, and they sold for $40.49. So these are the exact same pants as the previous Title IX ones, and these are just a different color, and they actually sold to the same buyer. These ones also sold for $40.49. So the last item is a pair of Lower East Side shoes, and I didn't pick this up based on the brand. The brand isn't anything special, but it is a vintage piece, and it is also a style-based pickup, which I'm really enjoying right now. These are definitely very 90s Y2K, and heeled Oxford loafers are really popular right now, and so these sold really quick for $35.99. Alright, you guys, that is it for today, and I hope that you were able to take some value from this video and that you maybe learned some new brands or some new factors to look out for. Let me know in the comments if you're enjoying this type of content or if there's anything else that you'd like to see from my channel. I read all your comments, and for the most part, I try and respond to all of them as well. I really appreciate any feedback that you guys give me, and as always, if you think that I earned a like on this video or your subscription, I would really appreciate that. But either way, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.